Good afternoon, boys and girls. That's right, I'm at the office, the only one standing. Everybody else is remote, and we're dealing with this coronavirus. So I want to know, are you in the same position that I'm in right now? And what I mean that is, number one, all my staff is remote. We were prepared with that 3 years ago, using technology, voice over IP for phones, cloud. Everybody is remote. Everybody is working right now with their jobs. Why? Because I'm in this position, which I call passive recurring revenue, right? And I sell a product that's called insurance. And I'm not talking about life insurance or health insurance. I'm talking about property and casualty insurance. I'm talking about a need product, not a luxury product like my car, not a luxury product like a vacation, right? Those businesses in this economic impact, and I know you're feeling it, and some of the people that watch me are going through layoffs, closures, and those things. I sell a product that you can't drive that car unless you have. It's called property and casualty insurance, auto, homeowners. You can't get a mortgage today without insurance. And even if you can't pay the mortgage, the bank pays the insurance, because if the house burns or a hurricane comes or a flood comes, that must be protected. So if you walk into a restaurant, now that they're closed, and you look around, you tell me in there, who has insurance? Property and casualty. I'll bet you if anybody's over the age of 18 and driving, they have insurance. And I'm also talking about commercial insurance. I'm talking about business insurance. I'm talking about homeowners. I'm talking about auto. So the point is, I've built myself a passive recurring revenue stream, and those are the only businesses that I get involved in because I've been through this before. I made $1 million before I was 27 years old working on Wall Street. In the bubble, tech bubble, if you weren't around in 2000, I was wiped out in 6 weeks. Lost everything, $1.6 million, broke after working 8 years. I said to myself, I will only be in passive recurring revenue businesses that have a shelter. And I want you also to know that there's a value behind this, because when you have a recurring revenue business, meaning if I have 100 people that bought auto insurance from me, they're paying me every single month on different months, right? And then it accumulates and builds and builds and builds. And in commercial insurance or even homeowners, those are 12-month contracts. Most of the time, the banks are paying for them, and it's escrowed. That is a recurring revenue stream. So even if I lost customers this month, the others are paying me next month. By the way, the national retention on auto, homeowners, and commercial policies is 89%. Okay, even in the time of crisis, yes, will we lose some? Yes, we do a lot of commercial insurance for businesses, but we try to focus on businesses that also have recurring passive revenue that are not going to collapse. So the point is there's almost no one or any business or any person that can do without a property and casualty insurance. That's it, recurring revenue. Number 2 secret, wealth creation. Wealth creation is in an asset sale, right? If you're on a commission salesperson out there, or you're doing it, or you're just on payroll for $100,000, $50,000, or $30,000, whatever, you're paying the highest tax bracket. A recurring passive revenue business or asset is an asset. If you have cell phone contracts, if you have insurance contracts, all of those revenues build up, right? Let's say you're already producing $100,000 a year in recurring revenue contracts every month, and it just keeps rotating. You can sell that asset for 3 times the gross revenue. $100,000, you times that by 3, it's worth $300,000 in a sale. And people buy passive recurring revenue contracts all day long because they know the money's coming in, and their defense plays. It's not like buying a restaurant or buying, a cruise ship or a hotel or those types of businesses, or a car, detail shop. Those businesses are only as good as your last customer or your last sale. What if you're a realtor? What happens now? I've been there. I'm not going to do it again. So 2 things, passive recurring revenue, and pick products that everyone out there needs to have. It's not a luxury. So today, I'm sitting here crying. I'm the president of Entrepreneurs Organization, and we estimate about 20% of our businesses in our organization, which are over $1 million in revenue or more, are going to go lose cash flow. And I'm talking about digital marketing agencies that the clients won't pay this month because maybe you're a digital marketing agency for 20 gyms or those things. What I have is a safety product and recurring revenue. And the whole reason I'm standing here is because I've created a platform where everyone out there can get involved in what I'm doing, right? My company writes with Progressive, State Farm, everything names, Zurich, Scottsdale, all of those. We have appointments. We've been in business for 17 years. And now I have a platform that is remote, that you could do it out of your house, or you could do it out of our office, that can turn you into a wealth-creating, recurring revenue machine. I've come up with a program, right, that will offer you a way to get your insurance license, and this is the perfect time to do it now that you're home, right, for the next 3 or 4 weeks, especially if you're home for 3 or 4 weeks. It's a 200-hour course that will get you your state insurance license. It's online, ready to go. After that, I will give you a 1099 position, right, to sell insurance. But here's the key. You own 50%, and my agency owns 50%. So we are partners now with Jerry Katz, the CEO. It's a transparent agreement that says you can come, you can go, you own the asset. If you leave, you can buy the asset back from us, we can buy it from you. It's what I learned a long time ago is partnership agreements and contracts. The day that you enter into one needs to be the same day that you know how it breaks up. So we create transparent contracts that say, God forbid you're doing this with us and you've built up $100,000 in revenue and you own half of that, right? And God forbid you pass away and your spouse has to take over. Well, we don't want to be partners with your spouse, but she gets paid out over 24 months. We've created an agreement where it lets you in, lets you out. It's fair, it's transparent and clear. Why? Because the goal one day is to have 500 of you out there building your own wealth creation asset through recurring revenue, through our office and through our program. The whole thing snowballs to 30, 40, 50 million dollars, and we can sell the whole thing at a higher valuation, and you can walk away with $100,000 or you can walk away for $5 million. It all depends on the level. Our back office handles all the insurance, handles all the business. We're gonna train you how to do it, how to find your ideal client. Let's say you're a car salesman right now. What do? You're only as good as the last car. It's all slowing down. What if you're a realtor? What if you're a mortgage person? Anybody in sales, right? What are you gonna do right now? I'll tell you, this won't happen again. This is the time to go with the course. Let me show you how. Let me explain to you the details. We'll set up Zoom calls. You'll watch our videos. We'll train you how to sell. Let's say you're in car sales, right? Well, you've got a client base that has auto insurance, right? We will keep you in your high value, your high passion. We'll handle all the details. We can teach you how to sell insurance like this. It's a commodity product. It doesn't take a genius to sell. It's not as different as how many cars you got to sell and options. No, there's about 7 different things on auto insurance, and we can teach you how to build recurring wealth, an asset that you can sell one day, and recurring revenue. In a time of crisis, I'm sitting here and I'm proud to say that I don't have to let go of any employees, that I don't have to worry about my bills being paid. I will have a small effect from this, but it will also be the time to do this and to launch this. So the point is, you're getting involved with me, the CEO. I'm going to teach you entrepreneurship, ideal clients, sales techniques, all that fun stuff. You're going to own your own business as a 1099, 50%. You're going to have a high commission structure, and my back office and infrastructure can be handled remote, and we will take care of all the details, all the applications, all the quotes. It's detailed and it's easy, but I don't want you to be like me in 2000, where I lost everything because of a crisis. This too shall pass. Will you be ready for the next one? Will you be ready with a recurring revenue stream around a product that everyone needs? This is Jerry Katz, CEO of Premier Protection Insurance, and I'm telling you, let's do this, baby. In the time of crisis is the time of opportunity. We got it. Check it out.